Yo, let's talk about the hidden costs of Amazon automation.
Hidden fees? Nobody would hide anything.
Lies. And we're gonna talk about them because they are a doozy and a lot of people are not telling you about them so they can get your hard-earned cash.
So what's up, guys? This is 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗘𝗦 and you have reached the 𝗏𝗏𝗥's Ecom channel. If you want to learn how to make money online or offline, then you need to be right here. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. I'm also an honorably discharged Air Force veteran. Graduated from Penn State and started a career as a software engineer and leveraged that to build my businesses. If you guys have any questions on how to make money, you're going to find all your answers right here, so stay tuned.
All right, guys, so let's go ahead. Let's talk about some of these hidden fees that these Amazon automation guys do not tell you about, okay? Now, I know what you're gonna say, oh, well, you know, they're telling me I'm gonna make 10K a month, 20K a month, 100K a month, all these things in like 30 days. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you're gonna have to pay for. And I usually discuss these with my clients because they're coming to me and you know, we're talking in confidence. But I definitely wanna help you guys out too. I mean, whether we do business together, that's irrelevant. As long as you guys are armed with the right amount of knowledge to make informed decisions when you move forward, okay? Now, there's a lot of little different things with the breakdown. Typically, most automation services like my own will revolve around either a monthly payment, an upfront payment, and some form of profit split, okay? The profit split is really how, you know, we make our money. Now, some guys, you know, that are in the space, they make the bulk of their money with the upfront payment because they suck at what they do. Your account never gets to make any money and they don't get to take a profit split because your account is just fucking garbage from day one. So what happens is typically if you're selling, you're doing really well, you're going to get you're going to give up a % of your profit. Okay, you're going to give up anywhere between 15 to 50%, maybe even more. For my guys, it's 35%. Why? Because look, I make these people money, therefore it's what I'm worth. And while that's fine, there's also other intangibles that you guys may or may not know about. You know, we obviously have teams that we have to pay to help us manage these accounts. The larger the team, the more fees you're probably going to end up paying in order to fund the automation company's team. Okay, so you may also have fees for like a employee bonus every month, you know, where they're like, okay, we're taking a profit split, but you also have to pay $300, $400, $500 towards the team, blah, 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 blah. All these, you know, little things that involve the team or them taking a slightly larger chunk of the pie for themselves. All right, now, I know what you're saying, oh, but they didn't discuss that and it's not gonna happen. If you guys look deep inside these contracts, yes, it can happen. And more often than not, it does happen. You know, you guys are paying a profit split as well as a fee to pay for someone's team when in all actuality, the money's just going to them because they use Swift software solutions over in India, out in Bangladesh, and there's just like a one-time monthly fee. So all that extra money is just going right into their pockets, which is fine, but you guys should know that that's what you're paying for. Now, there's another one that you really need to be on the lookout for that a lot of people don't tell you about, but you're gonna need anyway. So let's go. All right, guys, so there's also a little unknown fee. And sometimes they hide it within like the company fees and, you know, the profit splits and all of that. But, you know, like I tell my clients or prospective clients, you gotta have software. This doesn't work without software, okay? It just does not work without software. For me, I use 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗘𝗦 and Informed, okay? Informed is a repricer that helps me, you know, lower or raise the price of the products for my client stores as well as my own personal stores. And 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗘𝗦 is the software that I use to find suppliers and products from said suppliers that are profitable to populate someone's store. Now, a lot of people are not going to tell you about these software fees and having to set these up and all that. And, you know, that's fine because they just kind of bill it into everything. But I always try to let you guys know that, hey, this is what you're going to be paying for and this is what we need and why we need it. Now, is it a pain in the ass? Yes, it is. But it's necessary in order to do this. There has never been a super successful Amazon seller doing $1 million plus that has not used some form of software. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? You guys want to be successful? It's something that you have to have. It shouldn't be hidden though, all right? They shouldn't try to hide these fees in there to rack up more money on you and be like, oh, the software costs $1,000 a month. In all actuality, like your software bundles, you know, probably around $200 to $300 a month, you know, for an account that's not fully scaled. For an account that's fully scaled, you're getting into the $400 or $500 a month range, you know, maybe a little more depending on how much revenue you're doing and how many products are in your store. Okay, there are definitely fees associated with the software. Don't let these guys fool you, man. Don't let these guys fool you, because you're going to end up paying a lot more money than you know what they're saying. You know, you might pay a 30% profit split. You might be paying X amount of hundreds of dollars for the you know, for their team, and then on top of that, you're paying X amount of hundreds of dollars a month for the software. So when you break it all down, you're really not making any money whatsoever. You know, you're almost just breaking even, and then factor in, you know, other services, which we're going to, you know, talk about in a second. You know, you're just not making any money. You might even be negative. Okay, but what are these other costs? I'm glad you guys asked. Let's go. All right, guys, so let's break down some of these other hidden fees. Now, let's say you guys don't have any money. You guys want to get started, but you got no cash. Now you have to get funding. Okay, now you're getting funding, and you're paying a percentage, you know, on that money. You know, you got whatever percent APR. Okay, so there's a fee right there. So the profit that you're making goes back to paying the loan, plus the you know, the percent, you know, interest that is on said loan. And then let's say you don't have any more money on your credit card, you don't have any more money in the bank, you're just broke Dick Danny. You're like, yo, I ain't got no cash, but your store is still growing. So now you get a service like Payability, which pays you out every single day, but they take a fee on, you know, the money that you're making. Okay, and they take a percentage on the front end, and then they take a percentage on the back end when the rest of your money is released from Amazon. Now you got fees on top of fees on top of fees. So let's say your profit margins are roughly 10%. Okay, you do $100,000 in revenue, you make $10,000 that month. Well, if they're taking 30% of your money, now there's $3,000 up front that you had to pay. So you're left with $7,000, and then they're charging you whatever fees for software, so on and so forth. So let's say $500. Now you're left with $6,500. Now you have to pay your loan. You got to pay $500 a month on the loan. Now you're down to $6,000. And now, you know, let's say you had to use Payability. Okay, and Payability charges, I don't know, we'll just say 2%. Okay, so 2% on that money, you know, front and back end, so 4% total. So that 10% is really only 6%. All right, so instead of making $10,000, you only made $6,000. Now rack those fees up. You're really not making any money, guys, so you got to be careful with that. All right, I mean, it's kind of a pain, and you don't necessarily want to deal with it, but those are some of the fees and some of the breakdowns that you guys are going to have to deal with. So, you know, I mean, is Amazon automation going to be right for you? Maybe, maybe not. But you guys should definitely be careful when it comes to these fees, because they're not going to tell you all that. So we're going to close it out right here. Make sure you guys, you know, check out the links below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And then, you know, just hit me up, man. Like, you know, I like helping you guys out if you have any questions. So be safe, be smart, peace out, and catch you guys in the next one.